Hey everybody, we're here doing another shop update. I know it's been a little bit, but you've been getting other stuff in the meantime. Things look a little bit cleaner, a little bit more organized. We're working on things, but still work in progress every day, theoretically, doing new stuff, getting things better. But now we're running into constraints of both money and time. But we're just gonna take you through really quick, show off some cool stuff, what I have ideas in the future. So as always, we have Gemini, the shop kitty. Here is my vain attempt at being handy. So as I mentioned in previous videos, that some of the melamine cages, because we used to have 9 in total, they need to be broken down because melamine eventually does crack, water gets in there and all that jazz. So we had to break them down. So this is me trying to refurbish some of the ones. So took the ones that I could reuse, got new stuff, cut it. But as you can clearly see, I am not much of a handyman. So, meh. Here's the Blackhead Python, who seems to be doing well in her new enclosure. During the day, she's all over the place. I will be getting her a bigger hide. She likes to poke out of that, but she does go under there, and she is utilizing her whole cage. But so on and so forth. You've seen these guys; they're all doing fine. Cupcake. This is where Lily, the Doom-Rolls boa, is probably going to go. I still need to clean it out and all that stuff. We have a couple animals here: the tegus. Severus, the boa down there. He's in the middle of shed. Over here, I still don't really know what's going to go here permanently. Right now, it's just kind of a collect them all, plus where Gemini's food and water is. This is probably where I'm going to store miscellaneous stuff. I don't really know, like upkeep stuff around the shop, like the shop vac, maybe the mop. I don't really know. The house hippos are going to go here. They're going to just come down to their regular little cage as of right now, but I'm in the process of getting a new one at some point, of either building or buying a new one. Cruising right along, that's the little double-sided baby rack, just because I don't have anywhere to put it, so it kind of looks a little out of place, plus all of the extra melamine for the last rack that I need to build, but nothing's going in there right now, so it's not a main priority. This is now currently the work in progress Iguana and Redford Tortoise cage. So as you can clearly see, it's pretty big. It will be this high, so we're going to cut it down right here. But this is going to be really big, huge. Gemini, hello, how are you? We're going to seal everything, all the cracks. We're going to paint it, waterproof it. It's going to look really, really nice and really pretty. Gemini, scoop please. Scoop, Gemini. So over here, I'm going to step really carefully. We actually discovered, Gemini, you stay over there. We discovered, because this place is always a wealth of new things and surprises popping up at us, we actually found a spigot. So we're going to put the sink over here. So now we have an in for the water, and I just need to drill out an out for the water come springtime, once it's a little bit warmer, I should say. But we took an old cabinet that used to sit under a fairy garden, which you can see like the moss and stuff that I'll have to scrape off. We'll use that to store stuff above the sink. This faux mica countertop I'm going to also keep and paint and seal these sides. And then that we'll use for kind of part of the dishwashing area when it comes to that. Gemini, what are you doing, you weirdo? And then the shelf that you'll see in just a minute over on the other side will also probably move over here. And we have an additional one that might go here too. Haven't figured that out yet. This is a complete disaster still, just because I need places to store stuff, all the little bits of scrap wood that I'm using for miscellaneous projects, not only in here, but elsewhere on the property. And then this is where the incubator is going to go. We might have to take this cabinet down. I don't know yet. We'll see, just because this seems a little narrow for a full fridge, but we'll see. This will come off, and then this is the other little incubator that we moved and set up and is currently running, just in case we had a female that was gravid that I missed or something like that. So, coming right along, over here, we have another bit of a mess of things, but we're working on that. This is going to be kind of our show and video and kind of staging shelf. So we have all the t-shirts and stuff. Hey, if anyone's interested in a t-shirt, we have lots of sizes and colors. We have my box of stuff for shows, extra little things, lights, the stanchions, our buddy mannequin here, things like that. That's all going to go here. And then these are the ones that we have for like hanging the garments and stuff for the shows, and they'll just be pushed over here. Still don't know where I'm going to hang this giant whiteboard. Maybe if someone watching the video can give me an idea. I think it'd be cool to be on this, but just in the off chance that when I need to actually open this and move it, I don't want to accidentally risk scratching it, damaging it, having it drop, and remounting it's a pain in the butt. So that's why I don't have anywhere to put it yet. So over here, this is, again, work in progress, I apologize. This is where a lot of our actual storage will be permanently. So a lot of our substrates, our paper towels might be moving over there with the other cleaning supplies and stuff. Stuff for like perlite, some of the extra stuff for enrichment for the cages and other things will be here. As I said before, this shelf will probably be moving over there where the sink will go. There's our sink. And then that way this might become something else, maybe a staging area for me to do presentations and stuff where I actually have a good place to stand and be a little bit more open so I don't have to worry about the animals crawling into the racks and stuff as much. Starting to get some of the artwork and fun posters and stuff up all over the place. We have 3 carts now running all the time. We have, I just kind of skimmed right by it, but we have a cart that is kind of like the cleaning chemical cart. We have this one that I basically use as kind of a staging area where I can pull the tubs down, set them down, and get up because I have them up really high. And then I have a water filling station cart, which I have a couple buckets of water, and then a bus tub that you're going to see in a second. Over here, Julieta's still doing just fine. She was out on her branch. Oh, yep, there she is. She kind of scooted down. Yesterday was feeding day, so everybody's just kind of chilling out right now. But she's doing really good. She likes her new enclosure. At some point, I do want to get a really big branch to put across like the entire front for her to actually perch on, but she seems to be okay for now. More just kind of extra storage stuff. Miscellaneous animal beds for when the animals are in here, although Gemini doesn't use them. She just sits like on top of cages and stuff. But, so over here, we got all of the racks down here. So currently, as of right now, the only animals that are not down at this property are the iguanas and the large tortoises. So this is all of the snake racks, including the ones that we built. Actually, technically, we rebuilt all of these racks down here. Some from start, some we had to dismantle and reassemble and all that other fun stuff. So we've rebuilt all of these things, and so they're now on here, and now I'm in this process of going back to daily maintenance and actually monitoring the animals as appropriately as I really wanted to, because when you get busy, stuff kind of gets forgotten. Everybody's fine. They all handled the move just fine. Almost every single one has eaten, so it's awesome. And we even have some of our males in with our females, and we're seeing some pretty hard-working boys really trying, and we got a couple locks, but we'll see. This whole move kind of killed our 2022 season, or at least it might have. I hope it didn't entirely. But these guys are all doing really good. We were doing a little bit of cleaning a little bit ago, so all these guys are at the front. Fiero, our silly Burmese boy. This, I forgot to dump the water dish out, so it just soaked the Reptichip, so it's drying out. But our female bredels will be moving into here. So, much larger tub moving forward, so she'll be in here until I get more 4x2 enclosures, because that's what I want my carpets in, or in at least 4x2 enclosures. Moving right along, we have one last rack to build that I talked about, the extra stuff there, but these guys are all completely filled, and all of the baby ball pythons that are growing up are still a little too small to be put into these huge tubs as of yet, so it's not a priority, but it's on the to-do list. Nothing really new here as far as I know since the last update video. All these guys are doing fine, still moving stuff around. Shoshone, the northern pine snake, I will be putting into that 4x2 enclosure over there. She didn't like when I put her in the Christmas tree tub, even though it had more room. I think she likes to move around and look out because she's a nosy Nelly. So I'm hoping the big glass enclosure will work for her. And so she'll be going in there because she's like almost 6 feet long and I feel terrible in there. But she stopped eating when I put her in a big enclosure. So we're going to try again. Over there. And then that's kind of it for over here that you guys have mostly seen if you just want to see all of the racks that are here. So theoretically what we're doing is a lot of the boas and the larger snakes will eventually be moving to more enclosures and larger things. But that's all over there. And even then that's colubrids. Most of what we have are ball pythons. And a couple other like oddball and colubrid stuff. But what we're going to have is, for the most part, all of the female ball pythons in these larger 74 quart and 70 quart tubs. So that's where all the female ball pythons are going to go. And then some of like the larger males like Tucson. Kalamazoo will eventually be going back to a 4x2 for my setup for adult ball python, but getting there on all that other fun stuff. He's going to get a revamp. I have ideas what we're going to do. He was famous in the bioactive tub. He's doing fine, but I want to redo it, and I have ideas, so we're going to do that. Our little baby sulcata, who is actually being out and about at the moment. Hugh is being really camera shy at the moment. There he goes. Yep, that's what he usually does. Bye, buddy. Silly boy. And then over here, this will be all of our grow-outs, all of our male ball pythons, and then we have just kind of our miscellaneous colubrid stuff over here. So, you know, like the the Sonoran gopher snakes that come from these are Christmas Mountain from Texas localities. You know, the albino garter snake, the other female northern pine that will make the little trio. There's her tail. Boop. She's the Ocean County, New Jersey locality, so that way I actually show you guys some actual snakes during this video a little bit. The albino garter that we got from Nature's Educators, and some other ones along here. Just kind of grow outs, and then eventually I might actually, what I'll probably do is that last remaining one, I might make like half colubrid, half ball python, and I'll run like the larger heat tape on the bottom, and then the rest will all be colubrids, because these guys like to move too, so I want to give them larger enclosures moving forward as well. This is kind of our grow out extra little baby one, and then Mickey our special one. But all of these are empty. They need to be washed out, and I'll be doing that shortly, to where all of our animals that have been in quarantine, some of which for a long time, and I'll do a whole video about them, are in here. And then this is the office / podcast room / still mostly office, where my partner and I are sharing the office space, because she does a whole lot of stuff. She does the bookkeeping. She's kind of helping me through the bookkeeping of all of this stuff, because I don't understand it and I get impatient and frustrated. So that's what this is in here. Lots of artwork, all of my fun little reptile books and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it right now. We're still obviously a work in progress. Oh, right, we can't call it a Jay-Z video without some Mountain Dew in the picture. Feeding list. But that's pretty much what we have as of right now. I think things are coming along pretty well. You know, there's still plenty of room for upgrading and spacing and everything like that. I will probably eventually have maybe either more of these guys along the top, and then maybe some 4x2 enclosures eventually, so I can just keep getting bigger and bigger ones. Instead of adding animals, I'm going to try to get bigger enclosures for the ones that I have. These guys will be moving around a little bit too. We'll have more enclosures over on that side, and yada, yada, yada. But future looks good. And then just looking forward to all sorts of the fun stuff. Oh yes, our little rescue leopard gecko. She's doing really well, that big old chonker tail. Yeah, this is going to be really cool. And then hopefully come by March, the ground will not be nearly as hard and frozen, and I get to start digging the trench to run the water line back here. So then we can get the sink running, and we'll have everything up and going, and we'll be able to get fully PACFA certified for all of you Colorado peeps in there, because we're not producing anything right now. That's why we're still holding off, but we'll be ready to go for that. We'll have all of our T's crossed and our I's dotted and blah, 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 and all that fun stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for keeping up with me, all that fun stuff. Stay tuned for more updates as far as this place goes, for other reptile content, questions, comments, concerns, things you want to see, things you want to hear me talk about, both with the animals that we have as well as other subjects that you've talked about or you've heard me kind of mention or seen before. Let me know down in the comments, Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz. Hope you're having a great day. Hello, Gemini, and we'll catch you next time.